Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I recently signed up to Stan to watch Invisible Boys, and I didn't think there was anything else on there other than The Substance, but I stumbled across the little season that couldn't. Queer as Folk, the reboot from 2022. Now, I heard about this back in the day, and of course, I watched the original. Anyone who was around for the original was huge. It was controversial, it was groundbreaking, it was impossible to find. In Australia, what happened was it was available on Foxtel initially, but they'd set up a secret channel and you had to contact Foxtel. I think you had to call them and get like a code or the number of the channel. It was like 87 or something. Or so it had some code or number or something, and you had to find it. That way you couldn't have people complaining. If they just put it on any of the main channels, people would be complaining that, oh my god, we stumbled across this gay show and it destroyed our children's lives because they saw gay people or something. They got past all that, but it was hidden, and it was kind of insulting and offensive, but you understood that it was necessary. And then it was a huge hit, and then it ended up being on SBS and more mainstream channels. And it was a huge success. Went for 5 years. It was, I think, number one on Showtime for a while, and it was not just huge with the gays. The ladies liked it too. So we had a lot of straight women watching, and I think it was the first portrayal on American television of homosexual sex, as far as I know. But this, and it was, I think Russell T Davies was behind it, and yeah, it was great. It was huge. We loved it. It started from a smaller, talking about the American show, sorry. It started from a UK show, and then it went to an American show. The UK show was 3 very short seasons, and the American one was more traditional, like 22 episodes a year, sort of 5 seasons. Now, this one was 22 years later. I don't know why they didn't go for exactly 20 years later. Oh, well, probably the you-know-what. But yeah, I heard about this, and at first I was kind of excited because I thought, this is good. Why not have an update? And the actors look pretty cute. Devin Way is, interesting. But yeah, it only lasted 8 episodes. It was cancelled. And my initial reaction to it was, I heard that they were focusing on, the first episode was a shooting in a gay club, and that the series was going to be about recovering from the trauma of being gay in the modern world, basically. And I'm like, well, that's fucking depressing. Why do I want to watch that? That's what I'm living. And I'm like, well, yeah, aren't they being true to what we're going through? And it's like, well, yes and no. It's like, the original was just gay people living just their lives, and I think that really helped because it wasn't trying to be something. It was just, gays of our lives, but, mainstream with a budget. And this was kind of trying to milk trauma or something. I don't know. It's something about it just really didn't ring. I don't know. It didn't work for me. And I was like, I don't really want to watch that. And the sort of criticisms were that it was all just confrontational, in your face, negative, unlikable characters, just being political for the sake of being political and not just being people. And that's how you sort of, that's how the gays sort of won to the degree they did, past tense, the war, is that we came out and showed everyone that we're just people. And then people realised that the sky wasn't going to fall if we got equal rights, and it slowly, rolled out. That sort of went that way over my whole lifetime watching that. And this was this sort of, I don't know, postmodern. I don't know what we're in at the moment. It's a mess, but it's like just attacking everything, reacting to everything negative, and just it had that vibe to it. And I'm like, I wasn't attracted to it. Didn't pursue it. Didn't watch it. Didn't review it. And then I heard it was cancelled. I'm like, that's okay. I don't need to see it. And then I thought about that, and I'm like, well, I just went back and watched the original, which I had on DVD because it was great. And frankly, the life I was living when it first came out in 2000, I didn't even know what gay culture was, gay lifestyle was. I didn't have any gay friends. It was very much just me on my own, really, just not really having any idea what was happening in the rest of the gay world. And watching that show was a bit of an eye-opener for me, even as a gay man. And now going back after having a second decade of being more immersed in the gay culture and seeing other people's lives, and now I go back and watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, now I relate to this and this and this and this and this, whereas before it was like watching this other world. But the new show, which I haven't even talked about yet, I think this might just be a review of the original show, and I'll have to come back and do a review of the other one, because I don't want this to be 10 minutes, and it's already 5 minutes, and I haven't even started talking about the show yet. Okay, so this will be my accidental review of the original quiz, folks. So, yeah, it was 5 seasons, it was great, and the sequel didn't live up to it. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.